1 kilogram of honey goes between 600 to 800 Kenyan shillings. For 14 kilograms, you find that you have, for instance, we can take at 700 shillings times 12, you have about 8,400 per harvest, which is a good source of income for our youths. My name is Michael Kipsisin Chepkor from Egerton University, Bee Research Center. We are leading Bee Research Center in terms of solving our farmers' problems through research and innovation. And here today, this ASK show, we are acknowledging the importance of bees in our environment and in agriculture, as the bees are our main key pollinators for most of our agricultural products. So here today we are presenting a simple technology that is trying to address one of the key challenges that our farmers are facing. The main challenge is that in these hot areas, most of the hives that are being occupied are the log hives, and we've been thinking of how to improve these log hives to be able to maximize the harvests from our bees. So basically we developed this particular unit that is a modern log hive, and closely we have the assembling machine. It's a simple technology that can be adopted in even rural areas. We are being able to assemble our log hive using the locally available timber. So in this hive, as you can see, it's a log hive that has been improvised in such a way that we have a queen excluder, and we are able to maximize, as opposed to the traditional log hives where the whole of this compartment is removed and wasted. We are thinking of how can we improve on making use of these particular areas that are being dumped out. And when we, as a farmer, cuts up the tree, we are able to split. Why not split this timber into these small pieces? You split it and use it to make hives using this particular machine. So you find that in this hive that people have been able to make one hive, we are able to make 3 hives from the same log, and we are saving on our trees. Secondly, you find that it has a compartment that excludes the queen from the honey production area, so we are able to harvest high quality honey which is not affected by the brood. And furthermore, the other advantage of this hive is that it is able to work in different parts of the country. This hive is suitable for cold areas and very suitable also for hot areas, and this particular focus, we are focusing on hot areas that has been very well suited for log hive. Up to that, when you harvest your hive, as you are going through the bee harvesting process, you monitoring and inspection of your hive is one of the key factors as a bee farmer, so that you be able to see how your hive is doing and what challenges your bees are going through. When your hive is ready, one of the key factors to consider is your own personal protection. You have to have what we call a bee suit, and this is a bee suit. This is an example of a bee suit, a full suit from the veil, the gloves, and even the boots, so that when you are visiting your hive or when you are doing your harvesting, you are very well protected. Number 2, you have to have the other managing tools, for example, a hive tool, a bee brush, so that you can be able to harvest your honey very well. After your honey is harvested, you process it using different technologies. If you are using Langstroth hive, if you are using the modern log hive, if you are using the Kenya top bar hive, we have different technologies for processing that. But for this particular hive, you can use a honey press for you to be able to extract that. The main products of beekeeping, or the main hive products that we produce, we have the honeycombs, we have the honey, we have the propolis, we have even the bee venom, although we are not yet into that, but bee venom is one of the products that can be produced from that. Processing, you process, you package them. It's good to ensure that your product is well packaged. you ensure that also it's certified for you to be able to meet the quality standards. So as a bee research center, we are coming in to solve our farmers' problems and improve their own production section. There are very many advantages of honey, and considering the upsurge of our economy now, you can find that sugar is heading about 400 shillings. Honey is one of the supplements that can be used as a component that can be used for our consumption. Honey is a natural product that is used as a sugar. You can use it as sugar. Number two, honey has medicinal properties and it is very important for health. And honey also can be used for different purposes. You can use it blending with wax to make soap. You can use it to make lotion. You can use also honey to make other products, for example, yogurt and other food products, cakes, for instance. We have other products like propolis. Propolis is a very important product from the hive that can be used as a painkiller. It also has a very high medicinal value, and the wax that comes out from the honeycombs from here, you can use it to make soap. You can use it to make body cream. You can use it for making candles. It can also be used to make shoe wax. Beekeeping is one of the most important ventures, and rangelands, specifically arid and semi-arid areas, are one of the key areas that produce high quality honey, and this is associated with the different types of tree species that are available there. For instance, we have the acacia species, different acacia species, and other tree species that are found within those areas. Rangelands cover approximately over 80% of the Kenya's land, and the main activity that can work very well in those areas is beekeeping, and beekeeping has been emulated and has been really adopted by the people in those areas. Some of the beehives that have been adopted in those areas have been key in terms of occupancy, with the log hives being the key key hives that really have high occupancy rates as opposed to the other hives. So we are coming in to try and solve that problem, and the main target areas for this particular hive, we have the arid areas of Garissa, Marsabit, Baringo, Kitui, which are high potential areas. Turkana is also another key area of focus that we want to try and improve and ensure that we are able to tap the potential of beekeeping in those areas. Most honey from those areas are actually organic honey, because limited agricultural activities are done there, and the honey that is produced there can be really tapped and can be sold at a good price. Also, we can use it to tap the international markets. So you're good. So we have another type of honey that we call underground honey, that is made by stingless bees. And this honey, there are small types of bees that do not sting, and they are usually making it underground. They usually have a small hole that they enter underground and they make their honey there. That kind of honey is also very medicinal and it's quite expensive as opposed to this one. Number two is quite darker as opposed to this other honey. And lastly, also it's quite lighter as opposed to this other honey. It also tends to ferment over time, but it is one of the best for children and also for adults, associated with its medicinal properties. The role of youth in beekeeping, you find that the country nowadays, recently over the recent past, has been facing a lot of unemployment challenges, and beekeeping is one of the most important factors, ventures that can come in to help the youth employ themselves and earn something out of it. The economic importance of this, the beekeeping does not require a lot of intervention in terms of management, in terms of time, in terms of resources. The only thing you need to do, invest in these particular resources, and you are able to reap out of it. From this beehive, for instance, you can buy it. We sell it at 5,000 Kenyan shillings and has a capacity of between 12 to 14 kilograms of honey. 1 kilogram of honey goes between 600 to 800 Kenyan shillings. For 14 kilograms, you find that you have, for instance, we can take at 700 shillings times 12, you have about 8,400 per harvest, which is a good source of income for our youths. You can have about 5 to 10 hives, can be able to give you something out of it. So we want to encourage the youth as we make beekeeping interesting and attractive to the youth. We want to encourage our youths to focus in beekeeping, and it does not require a lot of space. It's something that can be easily ventured into, even can be practiced within your own very compound or community. Beekeeping is a natural setting that is determined by various factors, and approximately the time that the honey takes for it to be ready from the time the hive has been colonized is between 4 months to 6 months. That is mostly the average time for it to make its honey until it becomes ready for harvesting, between 4 to 6 months after colonization.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Joel Naibei Masobo from Egerton University. Today we have come to Nakuru ASK show. As a University of Agriculture, we are concerned so much with the technologies in agriculture. And before us, I think this is a modern lock hive. We have ensured that we have this modern lock hive, which is trying to address 3 challenges. One of the challenges is this hive is made from timber. It is not made from cutting a whole tree. And then secondly, most of the local hives produce poor quality honey, just because there is no queen explorer in between here. So this technology ensures that the lock hive can also produce quality honey, because there is an explorer in between here. For us to be able to do this, we had to design this machine. This machine is made in such a manner that it can be able to make a circular lock hive from just timber. By so doing, we are able to save on the environment by not cutting so many trees, because we can even use the offcuts. And then this design was meant specifically for the ASAL regions. For the ASAL regions, temperature is a big issue, and therefore through this machine we are able to make even much thicker timber. Like you can see, this one, these are 2-inch timber. This one is a 1.5 timber, and therefore this one will suit most of the ASAL counties. As you are aware, we have out of 47 counties, we have 29 counties falling within ASALs. Now, in the ASALs, there are only 2 main activities. It is either pastoralism or beekeeping, and therefore we come in today with this technology so that it can be uptaken by the beekeepers in the ASAL. The technology is very simple, and it can easily be adapted by any beekeeper. Thank you so much.